What smells good but shouldn't? I was disgusted to find that the wonderful smelling coffee roaster near my workplace was actually a pet crematorium. Edit, a later machine shop that I worked at really was across the street from an industrial coffee roaster. I truly can't tell the difference between the smells. We have a normal crematorium near work. When in use, the newbies always ask, "Can you smell pork?" To their horror, they soon learn it's people being cremated. The moment when we remember we are meat. Meat that thinks. The water from the Pirates of the Caribbean ride. Bromine. And that fake cannon smoke from the pirate ships. The fog from laser tag places smells like marshmallows. Wow, y'all are really bringing me back to my childhood with such cool sensory details, thank you. There's a chicken wing restaurant near my house that has a challenge sauce called Black Widow. The owner claims it to be around 500,000 Scovilles. A few years back some buddies and I decided to try them. The sauce was a dark molasses color and smelled almost like a barbecue sauce, no hint of the danger that lurked at all. We each grabbed one wing and it went terribly. I don't know how something so spicy could smell so innocent. Birds have a poor sense of smell and basically no sense of taste, so if the pepper smells a bit sweeter to attract birds, but it's fire to anything else that might eat it, it will accomplish its goals for the seeds to end up in bird poop and drop somewhere where it could grow peacefully. Birds are immune to the effects of capsaicin because they lack the TRPV1 receptors that mammals have. This is the specific receptor that this chemical acts on. I think the idea is that some plants evolved to produce capsaicin to deter mammals from eating them so that only birds ate them and spread their seeds wider. Leave it to those wacky humans to come to enjoy something that was meant to deter them. Leave it to those wacky humans to come to enjoy something that was meant to deter them. I mean, this is pretty much the norm for the eternal chemical war being waged between plants and animals, not just a human thing. They create nasty chemicals to deter predation, and we eventually co-opt them for other purposes. Plants evolve ever more painful levels of spice to deter mammals. Humans, ha ha, ouch, fruit makes my mouth burn and it hurts when I poo, more please. A fish and chip shop burnt down as couple blocks from work a few years ago. The whole neighborhood smelled amazing for days. Just the slight hint of French fries. Nothing overpowering. It was so awesome. Until I found out someone was trapped in the fire and died. Went from ooh to oof real quick. Read a memoir written by a forensic examiner a few years back in the day. He came into work and thought, "Oh, that smells delicious, who brought in barbecue?" And the answer was the coroner. That's nice, did the examiner have to pay? Cold air, it smells different than warm air, I swear. The smell inflatable things give off. I have no idea how to describe it, but it's nostalgic? To me. Opening a new beach ball is just. Sometimes I go to the beach just to huff beach balls. I could do this from home, but you need the aesthetic. In a dry summer months when a big thunderstorm is coming, it gets just the best smell out there. Tires. From bikes or cars. When you enter a shop with bicycles from one end to the other. I used to deliver auto parts, and I loved the smell of a garage, tires and oil and whatnot all together. Gasoline. Also not smell, but lead tastes sweet. People used to use lead-lined pots to ferment wine to make it sweeter. Thank God we stopped at it. I was thinking about how taste and smell are pretty interconnected, and how gasoline used to have lead in it. Could the lead be why so many people correlate gasoline with a pleasant scent? Edit DOS. Turns out, while lead could have contributed to it in the past through taste, lead acetate is odorless. Gasoline has other chemicals in it that have sweet aromas, especially benzene. Fire, like any kind of fire, I absolutely love the scent of it, and it also looks awesome. Plastic burning 100% does not smell good. Oil or wood burning usually smells amazing. Wood burning smells good, gotta be one of those evolution things. Some woods contain certain oils that are released through burning. Some pines famously smell like citrus and are used to smoke sushi ingredients. Now they use restaurant-level blowtorch. Apples, oak, hickory, they're used for smoking meats for a good reason. Ordinary wood may still have traces of sap, resin or tannins that can be constructed by your brain to smell good. Someone you are attracted to's body odors and private areas. Anyone else who is slightly unhygienic smells repulsive. I remember back in high school a girl leaned over, sniffed me, told me that I smelled really good, and asked me what cologne I was wearing. I asked if she was joking, and she's like, "No, you smell really good." When I told her I had just gotten done with gym class, she gets a small "oh no" look on her face and turns away. I think we both had a revelation that day. Nice, how long you guys been married? They never talked again after that moment. I work at a chemical plant. We make a highly acidic product that is dark blue, viscous, highly corrosive, and smells exactly like Fruit Loops. It is incredibly disturbing. Organic chemistry has many guilty good smells. Thiophosgene, sulfur derivative of a chemical weapon used extensively in World War I, apparently smells like meat. Phosgene is used to make polycarbonate, thiophosgene is used to make some sulfur-containing molecules which eventually end up in therapeutic drugs. I'm an organic chemist. Love the smell of benzene even though it's a known carcinogen. Love the smell of ether even though it'll knock you out. A lot of aldehydes smell fruity. There are a lot of things in my job I shouldn't sniff, but I gotta give them a smell check. I'm going to get cancer. Matches candles on a birthday cake. I remember lighting matches as a kid purely to blow them out and inhale that sweet match-y smell. Matches do smell good. Phosphorus, I think. The red phosphorus is found in the strip, I think. Yep, you're best to buy the big 100 packs if you want more phosphorus for your crystals. Also best to buy them out of my territory. Sharpies and dry erase markers. Fireworks. Or just gunpowder in general. Vanilla essence. It tastes like the devil. I remember in kindergarten, our teacher brought vanilla extract to class and gave us all a little bit to teach us that we shouldn't eat stuff just because it smells good. That's definitely a good lesson for kindergarteners. Smart teacher. And a good way to teach them, give them something that tastes bad but won't hurt them. Another good one is making a simple cocoa powder paste. I will never forget the wretched taste of making hot chocolate and not adding sugar because I was too young to be able to read. I will also never forget my family sitting around and waiting for it to happen. It was in that moment that I learned, you are truly alone in this world, surrounded by bastards. Oil and grease. Reminds me of my dad when he would just get home from work and I'd give him a hug as a kid. I wish I hadn't outgrown it before he passed. Edit for clarification since people have asked. My dad was an engineer and made parts for large vehicles like military jeeps and tractor trailers, semis, and the like. My grandpa's garage always smelled like wood chips and motor oil. Whenever we use oil dry at work, it reminds me of him. Race fuel. Instantly puts me in a good mood as it reminds me of going to the drag races with my dad when I was young. Lawn mower exhaust mixing with freshly cut grass. Sawed wood. Especially pine. I ride bikes past a sawmill that apparently cuts a metric shit ton of pine. Great smell. A freshly unpacked deck of cards. Or a new book. Paint, specifically house paint. I love the smell. I know I can't huff it. But anytime I hear that anyone is painting a room or their house, I volunteer. I just love sitting on the floor in a room that's been freshly painted, closing my eyes and just inhaling that slightly creamy aroma. I work in an industrial paint shop and the saying is that the better the paint smells the more hazardous to you it is. Perfect. Your own fart edit. If comments are collapsed like 3,000 people have quoted everyone likes their own brand already ha. Gas, there's just something about it that I absolutely can't get enough of. Play-Doh. Smells amazing but tastes like Poseidon's salty butthole. Did you know Play-Doh is made with wheat, kind of like an actual dough? Try baking survival bread sometime, flour, water, salt, and you'll be surprised how similar they smell. Play-Doh is designed to be edible, although you're not supposed to eat it. I had a flat, solidified chunk of green Play-Doh that I used to love to lick. It was so salty and good. Only that green chunk though. The rest was for playing.